What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to another episode of the Liverpool FC playthrough here in Football Manager 2018. And well, we are back once more, of course. If you missed last episode, it was against Juventus in the Champions League. Make sure to go check out that one. And well, here we are taking on Atletico. And well, the things are going okay. They're not going great. I mean, you look at the league table, we're top of the table. League-wise, we're doing well. We'll talk about the league form in a second, but you can see 3 games since that Juventus game, but we did lose in the Carabao Cup. Anyway, the first game we had here was against West Ham. It was an absolute stomp. We dominated the game. Obviously, I'm not going to show you all the goals here, but know this. Kasper Dolberg, he scored 2 penalties in the first 22 minutes. He had a chance for his hat-trick from a 3rd penalty, which he missed, and well, Philippe Coutinho got the pick of the bunch when it came to the goals. It was a really nice finish. First time, edge of the box, just hammered it home. Anyway, following on from that game, we took on Southampton, who we beat recently in the league in the Carabao Cup. I did rotate my team going into this game. As you can see, a singular goal was the difference. Virgil van Dijk, man of the match against Liverpool. I don't want to call scripting. I don't actually believe there's scripting in Football Manager, but there's something bittersweet about Van Dijk getting man of the match against us. But yeah, a little bit disappointed to lose that game, but we were playing a rotated side. Anyway, in our most recent game, we took on Bournemouth away from home. Never going to be an easy game. And in this game, we ended up getting an okay result in the end. We got the 1-0 win. That was the main thing. 3 points on the board, a clean sheet's nice. It wasn't overly convincing, however, so maybe something to, just keep an eye on. But nevertheless, another good win. And, well, you'd have to say we have had an easy start fixture-wise in the league. But, well, we can only win the games that we've got. I mean, if we look at our league form here, you can see so far we've kept a lot of clean sheets. 4 clean sheets in 6 games. Granted, we've not really played any of the big guns yet. Of course, that Huddersfield defeat is still going to loom over my shoulders. You can see in terms of fixtures we've got coming up, we've got Man City coming up in the not-so-distant future. I think that will be what we do next episode. But then beyond that, we've got fairly spaced-out fixtures, but we have got the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal and Tottenham to play back-to-back at the start of December, and also, as you can see here, Manchester United just before Christmas. So, yeah, the fixtures, they're going to be coming thick and fast. We're going to have a tough run of games coming up, which is going to be interesting to see how we weather through. Of course, when we just look at the league table, as I said, we are top of the league right now, just to kind of pick out the standout performers. Worth noting, Brighton are in 6th. Of course, they are a team we are looking to see do well. They have our former man, Danny Ings, playing for them, and if he can keep them up this year, we get £7.5 million. He's yet to score for them, unfortunately, our former man. But yeah, good to see Brighton get off to a good start because, yeah, we need them to do well for us to get a bit more transfer money in. Anyway, looking beyond that, fairly kind of usual suspects, really. In terms of down at the bottom, you can see Burnley propping up the table. Bournemouth also down there. That's another reason why that 1-0 defeat or 1-0 victory against them wasn't all that convincing as far as I was concerned. But the win against West Ham was actually a pretty good one because they were flying high. And you can see, looking at the table, lots of teams slipping up. I think they probably played one another. But we find ourselves top of the table with Arsenal really the only team in immediate touching distance. In terms of goal scorers, you can see here Morata, Aguero and Slimani, the top goal scorers. Average rating, Alberto Moreno's up here. A little bit of a surprise because you'd think playing wing-back maybe he's been getting a load of assists, but he really hasn't. He's just been very solid defensively for us. And yeah, a 7.95 average rating, not too shabby for a defender one little bit. Also, Mignolet, 4 clean sheets. Swansea also doing well on clean sheets. You can see here they must have won 2 games. In fact, they beat United away. That's a big result for them. And they've drawn twice 0-0. So I guess that's okay for Swansea. They'll be delighted with those clean sheets. I must admit, something that I kind of battle with in Football Manager is trying to keep clean sheets. I always find it a bit of a challenge. But anyway, let's focus on the here and now. Taking a look at Atletico Madrid for just a second and how they're getting on. You can see if we just look at all their games, they did beat Legia Warsaw 4-0. So whoever wins this game here is really going to have an upper hand kind of going into, the next 4 games. Of course, our next 2 Champions League games following this are against Legia. If we can win this one and then get probably 6 points from those other games against Legia, we're pretty much guaranteed a spot in the knockout round, which, considering the group of death we're in, would be fantastic. But of course, well, we've got to deal with the task at hand here, Atletico Madrid at home. In terms of the team, we're going to be persisting with the 4-3-3 system with the centre mid on attack rather than a Mazzala. It's been working fairly well for us. I think the game against West Ham was really a good indicator of that. In terms of the lineup today, I've dropped Firmino to the bench and brought in Danny Sturridge. He's had a few appearances off the bench in Europe, but never really had time to make an impact. And you can see in the Premier League, he started 2 games, come on once off the bench, a 7.43 average rating. He deserves to start this game, in my opinion, so we're going to give him the nod. Elsewhere, no new injuries to speak of, which is obviously great. You can see Dejan Lovren still coming back from that broken foot he's had. Nathaniel Klein still out for 6 weeks to 3 months. De Ligt, again, he broke his foot in pre-season, you may remember. In fact, it wasn't pre-season, it was the first ever game he played for us. He broke his foot, which was less than ideal. Still a little way off fitness for him. Actually, Wijnaldum might be a new injury. He picked up a concussion, so nothing too major. But yeah, not available for this game or the next one. And Oxlade-Chamberlain, he has got an abdominal strain, and Lallana, he's been injured all season so far, but 2 to 4 weeks away from recovering from his torn thigh muscle. So generally speaking, pretty happy with the team's performances as a whole. We're going to get straight into this game. Hopefully we can play well against Atletico. They're never going to be easy to take down. We kind of know that. I am risking Danny Sturridge just a little bit with a lack of match fitness, but I feel like it's a risk worth taking. But yeah, looking at the way we're going to line up, we're going to try and play in the pockets of space. Looking at them playing Gamero and Griezmann up front, Koke and Gabri in the middle. And then behind them, they've got Jimenez, Godin and Oblak. Fairly standard kind of Atletico side. It doesn't seem like they've added any new players that I can at least notice. Anyway, let's see how we get on. It's our first game at home in the Champions League group stage. I do want to just make sure that we motivate all the players as best we can. Just kind of relax them into this. This is going to be a big game for us. You might notice that Alexander-Arnold is not starting today. I have decided to go with Joe Gomez. I'm still kind of in that... a little bit of a dilemma. I mentioned it, I think, last episode. I'm still not really sure who my best right-back is because, well, both players have been playing pretty well for us. Anyway, let's see how we get on here. Good to see us get Danny Sturridge motivated there. Both teams are in good form. Let's see how we get on. We can make a real statement about our intentions if we go on the attack. Yeah, we could, and that is how we're going to play. We want to play no-nonsense attacking football here. Stop, Jack. Stop. Hello. This is future editing Jack. Who is watching back this game and realising that the match engine recording for some reason was really, really choppy. In order to fix this, I have gone back, watched through the replay of the game and spliced the footage, recaptured over the top. All the stuff between highlights is unedited, obviously, but just so you're aware, if you notice bits which are choppy and then suddenly it cuts to something that looks a little bit odd but is super smooth, those are the bits I put in afterwards to make sure you can enjoy watching this game. Anyway, apologies guys, we'll try to avoid doing this in the future, and yeah, live recording Jack, take it away. Atletico Madrid playing a 4-4-2. I feel like our system lines up fairly nicely against that. Obviously, you can be looking to exploit those pockets of space. You can see Gabri actually being risked here with an injury. And, elsewhere you can see Koke, Griezmann and Philippe Luis all lacking match fitness. Our team coming in very fresh. That gives me a little bit of confidence, if I'm honest. I have been very conscious about resting players between games, giving them a break from training. And it seems to have worked quite nicely for us as well. We win the ball here. Mohamed Salah, he's got pace to burn. Unfortunately, Jimenez going to make a nice little tackle and plays it forward to Carrasco, the Belgian, who threads in Griezmann, who, well, despite his match fitness, you've got to fear him as a threat. Crosses it in. Matip, what a tackle that is. For a second, I thought he'd given away the penalty. Now with Gabi. Ball at the edge of the box. Moreno with another tackle. I mean, it feels like he puts in tackles for fun. I was watching back some live commentary, from previous episodes. He always seems to play well, and well, I thought it was going to be offside. It's not. We've scored after 11 minutes. Mohamed Salah with the goal. The inside forwards linking up with one another. The dream start, and well, despite a lack of possession, only 32% of it in the opening kind of 12 minutes here, we find ourselves a goal to a good. Breaking away. Mane with that pace. I thought Salah was offside. I don't think he is. It's on a plate for him. Maybe Oblak should come out for it, but we're not going to complain one little bit right here. A nice early goal for us. That's exactly what I want to see. Although we do need to deal with this set piece, and it's hit the post. In fact, no, it's hit the man on the post. Joe Gomez, the goal line kind of clearance. I don't think last year I saw any player on the post deal with anything in Football Manager 2017, so good to see that as a change this year. And, we might be able to break Mohamed Salah, bring the ball forward. He's got pace, unfortunately. No support with him, and Philippe Luis is able to put in the tackle. Griezmann bringing the ball forward. Threads it through to Gamero, although the man of the moment, it's got to be said, Moreno's playing superbly. Ball whipped in here, back post Griezmann, and that's not what we wanted to see. The clean sheet has gone. Joey Gomez perhaps should be picking up the man there. I think that's a little harsh on him to single him out. The ball kind of whipped in from that right-hand side, searching in. You can see Moreno has to deal with Gamero here, and we're kind of just caught a little bit out of position. It's whoever that guy is. It's De Vrij. Just completely loses his man, unfortunately, and Griezmann, despite his lack of fitness, he is a threat on the ball. He is a threat with the ball in the air. I'd kind of back De Vrij normally to win it there, but unfortunately for us, Atletico kind of fight and bite straight back, which is not what we want to see. They are still playing this 4-4-2. Looking at it, the game's starting to settle down a little bit more. We're still not really dominating possession by any means, but we have created slightly more chances. We could look to retain the ball a little bit more, but I don't think we need to. It's not about what you do with the ball. It's not about, well, it is about what you do with the ball. It's about quality, not quantity, is what I'm trying to say. I don't mind letting other teams have the ball if they could just have it in their own half, as Atletico are having it here. And, well, Moreno, what a tackle that is. Fred through Mane. Oh, God, he gets a toe there just in front of him. Moreno, though, again, he's like a wall. I feel like this isn't the real Moreno. He's just too strong. Coutinho, Henderson, Salah, edge of the box. Can he hit it? He does. What a strike that is. Hits it with venomous power into that bottom corner. Maybe Oblak should get to it. He's done a roly-poly for a celebration. I'm loving it. The away fans there in the corner, they're not loving it. And, well, you can see here, Coutinho, Fred through the ball to Henderson, who then picks out, look at that, the Coutinho ball, the little 1-2, and, well, the space opened up. Sturridge with a nice run, actually, to pull away one of the defenders to open up the shooting opportunity. And, well, we are back in the lead. Our lead is reinstated. And you'd have to say, so far, we have been the team on top. We've had less of the ball, certainly, but we've created more. And, well, Atletico, they've had that one shot on target, and it was the goal that they scored. And, well, Seri, nice pressure by him there to intercept that pass. Mohamed Salah can't, unfortunately, do anything with it. I was hoping he was going to run down the byline, but obviously playing inside forward, he is going to look to cut onto that left foot of his. And, well, we do need to watch out here. Koke tries to get it to Gabi, but it's intercepted. Big ball up to Salah, loads of space in behind. Sturridge is in the box, crosses it in, leaps like a salmon, nods it down to Mane. It's 3-1, and you'd have to say the trio that is Mane, Sturridge and Salah are causing Atletico all kinds of problems here. Mane with another assist to add to his scrapbook. Nice pressure by Seri. Gets it to Coutinho, who picks out a superb pass. I thought here Sturridge was going to go for the shot, but very unselfishly nods it down to Mane. What a goal that is. That's exactly what we want to see here. And, yeah, you'd have to say it's going well all of a sudden. 3-1, looking like it's going to be going into the half-time. Unless there could be a chance here. Coutinho hits it straight at the wall. I mean, we're into added time in extra time to Henderson. There might be a chance here. Mane, Seri. Could we get a fourth before half-time? Mane hits it. Oh, narrowly wide. It was a chance from range. It was ambitious. The ambition nearly paid off, though. And, well, it's 3-1 here at the break. We've been pretty good. We've been losing the ball. We've not been having a whole lot of the ball, but it's, what we're doing when we don't have it. We struggle for possession in the opposition half, but obviously with the fast players that we have, we're not really about kind of building up consistent pressure. We are about breaking away and exploiting the space in behind, and that's exactly what we look to do with Mane and Salah on either wing. Of course, two extremely pacey players, and even the likes of Seri and Coutinho, they're not slow players by any means. As Coutinho goes for an ambitious effort, that was like 35 yards out, and he shot. I mean, I appreciate the ambition by Coutinho there. De Vrij wins it nicely there. Seri pulling some nice passes from deep. He did a few in the first half in highlights that we saw. Now with Danny Sturridge, Mane, can he hit it? Tackled away, unfortunately. I feel like this is a pointless highlight, but I don't want to say that because Griezmann is through. De Vrij, can he get back? What a tackle. Carrasco's there. Mignolet with the save. The keeper gets back. He came out for the initial effort. The shot from Carrasco probably could have been directed with more power and a bit of better direction, but, well, the tackle from De Vrij was insane. Perhaps Griezmann's tiredness just caught up with him a little there, but don't take anything away from the defending. Looking at the general performances, De Vrij 6.7, the worst performer for us. Salah obviously has grabbed a brace so far. He's playing well. I think we're going to take off Danny Sturridge now in the 56th minute. He's been playing well, but the lack of condition and lack of match sharpness does have me a little bit concerned. We'll bring in Bobby Firmino for him. And yeah, let's just try and get some fresh legs in the final third. You can see Luis really struggling now with fitness. I did notice there, Juventus have only just taken a lead against Legia. I mean, if they were to draw, that would be ideal. I mean, it would be an unlikely result. But we can dream, we can hope. And now we're gone here, and it's been relatively plain sailing. Ever since we got that second goal, we've kind of looked dominant in the game. We've created a lot more chances. I'd still like a fourth to make things more comfortable as Mane comes marauding through. So Firmino off the bench puts it wide. Another golden opportunity for us. Goes a-begging, and well, maybe Sturridge would have scored it. We'll never know. You can see they have actually taken off Luis here, clearly just struggling to hold on to Salah, and also Savic coming on right back. I feel like the threat of our wingers has been a little bit too much here today. Koke really struggling for fitness, as is Griezmann, and Vietto's actually the man to come on. Atletico, they've just not got the legs in this second half, I don't feel like. I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to take off Serri and bring in Grujic just for a bit of fresh-leggedness. I'm also going to take off Mane. He's played well, but I don't really want to risk him with injury. I feel like this game is probably wrapped up now. Famous last words, I know. But let's give a few of the younger players just a little bit of time to stretch their legs. Of course, a big game to be involved in at all. For the likes of Grujic and Dolberg playing in the Champions League, it's only ever going to aid their development, even if it is only for 15 minutes at the end of the game. And while we might have a chance here, Salah to Grujic, on off the bench, lays it off to Henderson. Can he score? Yes, he can. He bends it in. On his left foot, I think, as well, Henderson. On that weaker foot of his. Grujic on off the bench for an assist. You'd have to say this has just been really comfortable. This is not the game I was expecting. This is not the Champions League group I was worried we were going to have to play in. And, well, Henderson here nicely tucked away into the bottom corner. Just slotted it into that bottom kind of corner. No chance for the keeper. I mean, could we get 5? Is the dream alive? Grujic with the ball here, just dwelling on it a little bit. Don't get caught in possession here, please. Inside to Coutinho. Nice play. Salah through. Can he finish it? Oblak. I mean, he spared Atletico blushes there. That should have been a goal. It was a clear-cut chance for Salah. Unfortunately, couldn't beat the keeper at the near post. Cross-whipped in here. Dolberg not going to get there. Might be able to get the ball in at the second time of asking. Got in. Boots it clear. I mean, what a performance this has been. I mean, we can't underestimate this. The 4-3-3, I must admit, with the Mazzala, I wasn't too convinced on it, but I feel like having Coutinho back in the side has been huge. Playing him on centre mid on attack has been particularly kind of beneficial, I think, to the system and really helped it work. And, well, with a performance like this, and the likes of the game against West Ham where we won 5-0, you've got to give the players a pat on the back and say, well played, things are going well here. I'm very pleased with that. We start our Champions League group stage unbeaten, going into 2 theoretically easier games against Legia. And yeah, what a performance that is. What a way to kind of introduce ourselves. It sees us go top of our Champions League group if we just take a quick look. You can see both Atletico and Juventus, of course, both teams who have played us and have lost. They sit joint on 3 points as we go into the games against Legia. Anyway, in terms of fixtures that are coming up, you can see all our games here. I mentioned the fact I'll probably do the game against Man City. It's not all that far away, but I think it's a game definitely that should be on our radar. So hopefully I will see you guys for that one. It's going to be the first real challenge for us. But Manchester City, I didn't notice this. They're down in 10th, so not an ideal start for them. Maybe we can take advantage of that. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap up today's episode from me. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Please do leave a like on the video if you have. I will see you guys on the next one. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.